Tony Stark saw something in Peter Parker that no one else did. From the moment he recruited a 15-year-old kid in Civil War, he believed Peter could become the greatest hero in the MCU. He nurtured that potential, protected it, and died for it. And now in Secret Wars, we're about to see Tony proven right in the most heartbreaking way possible, because Peter Parker will have to face Doctor Doom wearing Tony Stark face. Today, we're breaking down the entire journey from Civil War to Secret Wars, and why this moment has been building for a decade. Let's go back to Civil War, because it's where all it started. Rise of Peter. The Avengers are falling apart. Tony needed allies for the fight against Cap. And what does he do? He flies to Queens and recruit a kid nobody's ever heard of. A high school kid who's stopping local thugs in homemade onesie. The others thought Tony was insane. Steve didn't want a kid involved in their battle. Natasha questioned the decision. But Tony saw something in Peter that no one else could see.
Look at you go. Wow, nice catch. 3,000 pounds, 40 miles an hour. It's not easy. You got mad skills.
He saw his reflection, the genius, the heart, the need to do the right thing even when it's hard. Tony saw the greatest hero in him. So he gave Peter a suit, a mission. He gave him a chance to prove himself. The airport battle in Germany. And what happened? He proved himself. A kid with 6 months of experience fighting two of the greatest Avengers ever. Tony watched Peter prove everyone wrong. Tony believed in Peter so completely that he threw him into the deep end against super soldiers and assassins, and he impressed everyone there. But here's what makes it even more powerful. Steve Rogers, the guy who thought bringing kid was reckless and dangerous, he saw it too. After the battle, Steve told Tony, "That kid's got heart."
You got heart, kid.
Peter Parker had something special. 2 father figures, one who cultivated that potential, and one who acknowledged it. Both of them saw the same thing: Peter Parker was going to be great. After Civil War, Tony became Peter's mentor, and the most important lesson he ever taught Peter happened in Homecoming. Peter screwed up. He disobeyed. Tony went after Vulture alone and nearly got people killed. Tony took the suit back.
Okay, it's not working out. I'm gonna need the suit back.
And when Peter begged for another chance,
Please, this is all I have. I'm nothing without this suit.
Tony said the words that would define Peter's entire journey.
Nothing without this suit, then you shouldn't have it, okay?
That hit Peter like a freight train, because Peter had been relying on Tony's tech, the web shooters, the AI, the training wheels protocol. He was fully relied on them, and Tony saw it. So Tony took it away, forced Peter to prove he could be Spider-Man without the fancy gadgets. And Peter did. He stopped the Vulture in his homemade suit, fully self-dependent, doing what's right because it's right. Tony saw that. At Lake, when Happy brought Peter to New Avenger facility, Tony offered Peter everything: a new suit, support, his money, and Peter said, "No, I'm good."
But I'm good.
He chooses to be the friendly, normal neighborhood Spider-Man instead of jumping into the big leagues before he was ready. That's when Tony knew he was right about Peter, because Peter understood the lesson. It's not about all this, it's about the hero. Underneath that Tony smile, because he knew Peter was going to be okay. Before we continue, if you are enjoying the video, like and subscribe to the channel. Fast forward to Infinity War. Thanos is coming, both Tony and Peter are stuck in spaceship, and Tony does something he didn't do in Homecoming. He makes Peter an Avenger right there on the spaceship.
You're an Avenger now.
Peter finally earned what Tony offered him 2 years earlier, and now on a ship to an alien planet to a mad titan. Tony knights Peter, the student becomes the warrior. They fight Thanos together. Tony, Peter, Strange the Guardians, they almost win. Peter's the one who figures out the plan to get the gauntlet off. A kid from Queens outsmarting a cosmic warlord, and then the snap happens. Thanos wins, and Peter Parker starts to fade. Peter dies in Tony's arms. The kid he mentored, the kid he knighted as Avenger, gone, turned to dust. And Tony has to live with that for 5 years. That moment breaks Tony Stark. For 5 years, he carries the guilt of bringing Peter into the fight, of watching him die, of failing to protect him. And when the plan to reverse the snap come together, Tony hesitated. He had a daughter now, a life, but the thought of bringing Peter back, that's what made Tony say yes. Endgame happens, everyone comes back. Peter returns. After seeing Peter, Tony relieved, his kid is back, and they fight together one last time. But this time, Peter can't save Tony. Peter's there watching his mentor die.
We won. Mr. Stark,
But Tony is already gone before. Peter lost his father figure. The man who believed in him, the man who saw his potential when no one else did, the man who died to bring him back. After Endgame, Peter is alone. Tony is gone. The Avengers disbanded. And in No Way Home, everything falls apart. Peter's identity is revealed. His life is destroyed. Aunt May dies because of him. And Peter has nowhere to turn. Doctor Strange doesn't care about Peter problems, the way Tony did. Strange just wants to fix his spell and move on. The other Avengers aren't there. Happy tries, but he is not Tony. And Peter makes the ultimate sacrifice. He tells Strange to make everyone forget Peter Parker ever existed. MJ forgets him, Ned forgets him, the entire world forgets him. No one to call, no one to help him, just Peter Parker and his power. And Peter becomes strong enough to stand on his own. And now, Tony's back, but not as Iron Man, as Doctor Doom. Imagine being Peter Parker and seeing Tony Stark again. But now he wants to kill you instead of saving you. Can Peter fight someone who looks like Tony? Can he throw a punch at that face? Can he stand against someone who sounds like man who believed in him when no one else did? Peter have to be strong. Stronger than the tech. Stronger than the suit, stronger than his emotions. He has to fight his greatest fear, which is losing Tony again. Except this time, he has to fight Tony's face to save the multiverse. Every lesson Tony taught Peter was for this moment. Do what's right, even when it's hard. Stand up even when you are terrified. By the time Secret Wars happens, Peter would be fully grown. No longer a kid, no longer a teenager in fancy suit. He'll be a seasoned hero. The hero who has forgotten the hero who started from the scratch. The Avengers will be there. All the other teams will be fighting Doctor Doom to save the multiverse. But for Peter, this fight is personal. He has to stand against the image of his mentor. He has to be strong enough to do what's right, even when it means fighting the face of the man he loved like a father. And here's Tony, who always right about Peter. He always said Peter would be the greatest, and in Secret Wars, Peter will prove it. If you have walked it this far, like and subscribe the channel.